Lithium, sodium, potassium are group 1 element.
You were not giving the permission.
No, it was not showing any permission, like requesting for permission. Yeah. So lithium, sodium, potassium are group 1 elements. Name the type of a bonding in these elements. What are these elements? Metal or non-metals?
Metals.
Metals. So if these are metals, what kind of bonding exists in the metal?
Metallic bond.
So directly we will write, because these are metals, so all the metals, irrespective of the type of the metal, they will all have metallic bond. So all the metals, irrespective, like if it was a transition metal as well, they all also have metallic bond. Group 1, all the metals. Group 2, all of them have metallic bonding. Sodium react with the cold water to form a hydrogen gas and a solution of strong alkali. State the test for hydrogen. How we can test hydrogen gas? What is the test for lighted splint? Lighted splint, what it gives? No, it's not kaboom, it's pop sound.
Sir, also red glow, right?
Which one?
Red glow.
No, glowing is for oxygen. Glowing splint, relight, that is for oxygen. Lighted splint, give a pop sound, that's a test for hydrogen. You have to memorize.
Okay, sir.
Suggest the pH of the solution. This is not the topic which we... Yeah. So I'm skipping right.
Asking myself, I thought I'm stupid or something.
No,
Thanks,
this B1 we already did. The test for a hydrogen we did in the electrolysis. So these three, part 2, 3, and 4 are actually related to the acid chapter. So that is
Alkali is above 8.
pH should be, but it's a strong alkali, so it should be 13 and 14. But we are not doing it right now. We'll move on to the topic which we have completed. Lithium has 2 naturally occurring atoms, types of atoms, lithium-6 and lithium-7. State the name given to an atom of the same element with different number of nuclei. What we call? Good.
Isotope.
So we call them as isotopes. Complete the table 2.1 to show the number of the proton, neutron, and electrons in an atom of a lithium and lithium ion. First thing, you have to use a periodic table to find the proton number, because the proton number never changes irrespective of the isotope. The proton number will not change. So proton number for lithium, 3. The proton number for the ion, the proton number will also be 3. Why? Because even it's an atom or an ion, the proton number never changes. The proton number is the identity of the element. Using a proton number, you can identify the element. How many neutrons will be there? How many neutrons will be there?
3.
3, because we subtract the nucleon number minus the proton number, so we get 3.
4.
How many neutrons? 4. How many electrons should be there? It's an atom.
3.
3. How many electrons?
3.
So how many electrons will be here? It has a charge of positive 1.
Oh, I didn't see the
It has a charge of plus 1, so it should have
2.
more proton than electrons. Clear?
I can't see the question.
There is it every single number except the right one. Is it 7?
Yeah.
Is it 4?
So proton number, using a periodic table, you work out the proton number of these elements. Neutron number, you take a difference. So 6 minus 3 gives 3. 7 minus 3 gives 4. To know the number of electrons, because it's an atom, it should have equal number of proton and electron. But this is an ion, it's a positive ion, so positive ions have few electrons than protons. If it's a charge plus 1, means it has one extra proton. Charge plus 2 means 2 extra protons. Table 2.2. Table 2.2 shows a relative abundance of the two naturally occurring atoms of the lithium. Calculate the relative atomic mass of a lithium in 1 decimal place. So how to work out the average mass of the isotope? The percentage of the isotope multiplied by its mass
Yes.
plus the percentage of the isotope
1927.
multiplied by a mass divided by
100.
100. What's the answer?
Say for you, give me a second. Give me a second. Then I can see the question. Please. No.
6.9.
So we got 6.9.
Sir, wait, the answer for the answer. Don't write it so. Sir, 6.9.
Thank you.
What?
So whenever, remember one thing, when you have like two isotopes are there equal percentage, then the average will be the number between them. Potassium oxide is an ionic compound. Complete figure 2.1 shows the electronic structure of ions in potassium oxide.
+1 -2 +1.
First, we write the configuration for atom. Potassium is 19. What will the configuration?
2881.
2881.
Yes.
And oxygen is 8.
26.
2,6. So first we complete for potassium atom, then it,
-1 +2 -1 +2.
so this will be 8 electrons
Sir, why?
because 288.
Oh, it's another. Yeah.
We have to draw another shell. Then the last shell electron transfer to oxygen. This oxygen is having 6 electron, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 electron it took here from potassium, another potassium loses electron. You have to complete the structure for the potassium ion, which is potassium atom is 2881,
Sir,
but potassium ion will be 2. Yes?
if I just give the numbers and in the shell, it's gonna be okay.
No, you will lose a mark because you have to show the structure of the ion. It's of 3 marks. 1 mark is for showing the right number of shells and electrons for potassium. 1 mark is for right number of shell and electrons for oxygen. And 1 mark is for the charge on the ions. Potassium is group 1 plus 1,
+1
oxygen minus 2.
+1
And even if you write 1 plus or only plus, that's fine. Yes?
Do we need to write that
Plus.
K or something like that?
No. We don't have to write. We just have to complete.
Okay, then I add some.
The outcome physics name. You have to write this definition.
Yes, I can thank you.
Sir, I have
K is
Yes.
equal to 2, 8.
sir, when
What's
do
your
we write
question?
the charge after the coefficient, and when do we write before the coefficient? Like I guess in oxidation state, it is before or after.
When you write the charge for the ions, it is usually they write 1. Like example, if the charge is 3 plus, so we write 3 plus here. But for oxidation numbers, we write the charge before that, positive or
Okay.
negative. But it is acceptable. They will not, even if you write -2, because the oxidation number here is -2, so it is also acceptable. But 2 minus is what you will find commonly. Like here you see the charge on the K, it's written 2 minus.
Sir, where is those answer coming from? Where you send this?
Responding, bro.
This is a classified paper. This is not the weekly homework.
So you grow up and print them.
Yes. The table shows the number of the proton, neutron, and electrons in particle A to I. Answer the following questions about the particles A to I. Each letter may be used once, more than once, or not at all. So I'll just zoom out.
Is an ion.
First one.
D.
Is an anion. Anion means what? Negative ion or positive ion? Anion.
Negative.
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 Negative ion. Anion means attracted towards anode. So anion means negative ion. Which is a negative ion? How to identify it's a negative ion? Means it should have more electrons. It should have more It should have more electron and less protons. A will be a +1 because more proton. B does not have charge. C does not have charge. D no charge.
And E1.
E will be -2. Yeah. This will have no
Yes.
charge. This will have no charge. This will have no charge. And this will be +2. So we want which is an N ion or a negative ion. So it should have more electrons. So that in that case it is E. Which is a cation. Cation means positive ions. I just listed here.
AI.
I and A.
A and I. Or I and A. So A is there. One of them is A. Another one is I. The next is our noble gas atom. When we say a noble gas atom, means they have a last shell complete. So, which one is having a last shell complete?
G.
Like, first it should be an atom. When, like example for B, when we write the configuration, it will be 2,4. So it's not a noble gas.
Third G.
When C also it's not a noble gas. What about when I check D? It will be
Yeah.
2 and 8. So it means it's a noble gas because when it's an atom, it has a complete shell. Noble gas means it should have a complete shell. What about E? It's not.
No.
It's
No.
what about F? It will be
No.
2, 8, 7. So it's not a noble gas, it's a group 7. What
Yes,
about G?
yes.
So it will be 2, 8, 8. And it's an atom. So the noble gas, one is D,
D and G.
another one is G. Is a halogen atom. Halogen means group 7.
F1.
So F just now I wrote like it's a group 7 element. So F is a group 7 element. Is a group 1 atom. Which is a group 1 atom? Atom means like equal number of proton and electron, and then the configuration should have one electron. So when I check H, it will be 2, 8, 8 and 1. So it means it's a group 1 atom. Have the same nucleon number. Which two have the same nucleon? When we say nucleon number, the term nucleon number means it should have equal number, like the sum of the neutron and proton is called a nucleon number. What is a nucleon number? So this is 1, this is 12, this one is 14, this one is 20, this one is 32, this one is
35.
this one is 40, this one is 39, and this one is 40. So the question is, which two atoms have the same nucleon number? Nucleon number means the sum of the neutron and the proton. So which two have the same nucleon number? G and I.
Sir and D. Why?
D is 20. The sum is 20. This is 40 and this one is also 40. So these two have the same nucleon number. So G and I will have the same nucleon number.
That's true.
What causes acidity in aqueous solution? Again, this is related to next topic. Acid is used to define the relative atomic mass. So to define the relative atomic mass, we use carbon. Which of carbon 12? So which is carbon 12? So B is carbon 12. Atomic number is 6 and the nucleon number is 12. Carbon 12 is used to define the atomic mass that whenever we compare the atoms, we compare with carbon 12. That's a standard. You have to learn this, that a carbon 12 is used to compare the masses of different elements. Why B and C are isotopes of the same element?
Is the number of neutrons and what's the number of protons?
Good. So what's the answer here? Because they have the same number of proton?
Yeah. They were, I mean, you were the ones.
Isotope.
Yeah.
Isotope.
The term isotope means same proton number, different neutron number.
If it came on not, what is the answer? The number of protons. You will get one. Or different number of pollution.
Why E is not a noble gas? Because here it has 16 protons and 18 electrons. So there's a charge negative. Noble gases, which does not have a charge, so it cannot be positive or negative charge. It should be an atom. Like it should, if it was a noble gas, then what should be the number here? It should be 18 here. Then there will be no charge and the configuration will be 2, 8, 8. But because there's a charge, that's why E is not a noble gas.
Sir, what is the mock? Did you take it or still?
I conducted tests, not the mock till now. Because a lot of new students join, so that's the main issue.
That's the benefit.
If you want,
The first three elements in a group 4 are carbon, silicon, and germanium. The element germanium has a diamond type structure. Element germanium has a describe the structure of a germanium. A diagram is acceptable. So if we want to draw, listen, if we want to draw the structure of a diamond, we draw a tetrahedral structure. This is a structure of a diamond. But they said that germanium has the same type as a diamond. So what we will do, we'll draw the same structure, but instead of, because diamond contain carbon, so instead of carbon, we'll write germanium. That's it. The same structure as a diamond, but instead of the carbon, we draw germanium.
it's a law. What is this even?
Yes. Yes. I can see, but I need like 2, 3, 4 seconds.
Okay, next.
Then why change our seating timing?
No, the reason is that I feel like those who are sitting in front and back find it difficult. Like,
No, I actually find it better.
okay, it's up to you. If you want to rearrange after the break, you can. If you all agree, no problem. I don't have issue.
I don't agree. I don't agree. Now we are silent, we are focusing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, next.
Maybe you can put that.
Unlike diamond, graphite is soft. Unlike diamond, graphite is soft and it's a good conductor of electricity. Why graphite has these properties? What is the reason? Why
Because
graphite is
graphite,
yeah?
in graphite molecules are arranged in layers, and between these layers there are weak bonds, so they could move. That's why graphite.
So
is
we
soft.
can say layer structure
D of D for
which can slide over each other.
this is the C of
Sir, you didn't give that, sir.
What?
I know you give us the graphite, but you didn't give us these things. You just gave a bonding and different properties, blocks and use. Yes.
The properties, one of the property was what?
Oh, conduct electricity, high melting point, and insoluble. Insoluble.
And it is soft and slippery because layers can slide over each other and it can conduct electricity.
So why can't I see C of D or something like that?
No, because it's not like a C, like not too many electrons are there within the structure. So conduct electricity because of free electron.
Sir, I was supposed to write the reason.
Yeah, you have to explain why. So you have to write a reason.
Okay, what if we give the 3 properties?
No, properties already they give. They mention graphite is soft and it's a good conductor. Why? You have to explain a reason.
Why? You said why you didn't give us why?
Now I'm giving you why.
You just explained it, you didn't write down.
Now it's why.
Sir, how many marks is this guy getting?
No,
Give a use of a graphite that depends on these properties. What is the use of
pencil. Good.
pencil?
No, it's
Yeah, pencil lead.
It is soft.
Or we can also say,
electrical wire.
yeah. So we can
So
say,
graphite is also used in electrodes, right?
yeah, use in electrodes.
Electric wire.
Electrode is rather, electrode is because electrical wires, we use copper rather than graphite. So electrode, and the property because it's a good conductor.
Electrodes because it's a good conductor. or
Yeah.
it doesn't
Sir, what
react?
if you want to write
No, electrode because it's a good conductor of electricity and does not react. But we have to, the question is give a use of graphite that depends on one of these properties. So the two properties which are given, good conductor and soft. So we have to use, if I say soft and slippery, then I can say pencil lead.
But it is the good air. That's why I was confused.
Sir, what if we want to write lubricant? What will be the property?
Use,
Property lubricant will use pencil.
no.
No.
Lubricant, use is lubricant. Use is lubricant, property is soft and slippery. Then carbon dioxide and silicon 4 oxide have a similar, give the formula of these oxide. So what is oxide? Silicon 4 oxide formula is SiO2 and carbon dioxide is CO2. How their structures are different. What is the structure of silicon 4 oxide? It is a giant and it is a
Giant
simple.
covalent. No,
Giant
giant.
covalent.
Yeah.
Giant covalent structure is there and one is a simple covalent structure. And bonding, both of them have a covalent bonding.
Because the definition of giant.
We have a
Lot of atoms within the structure we call giant. Part D is related to organic chemistry, so we'll not discuss right now.
Less than 1 minute.
Yes, I know.
Just listen that one.
Yeah,
Salah, sir.
so we will go for prayer. No?
Oh.
That's why.
Yeah, bro.